Don't kill the cat! Ha! Random topic. Cashmere. Cashmere wool from the Kashmir goat. Old alternative spelling of Kashmir, a northern region of the Indian subcontinent. Simply known as Kashmir, is a fiber obtained from Kashmir goats, Pashmina goats, and some other breeds of goat. It has been used to make yarn, textiles, and clothing for hundreds of years. Kashmir is closely associated with the Kashmir shawl, arriving from the Anglicization of Kashmir, where the Kashmir shawl reached Europe. In the 19th century, both the soft undercoat and the guard hairs may be used. Outer layer of hair of most mammals. The softer hair is reserved for textiles, while the coarse guard hair is used for brushes and other non-apparel purposes. Pashmina goats. For all you enemy activists, for all you animal activists and animal rights defenders, you don't have to kill a goat to use a part of its fur, okay? When I was little, people still had farm animals, because now they're almost nowhere to be found in our villages. The farmers used to share their sheep and apparently goats as well at the beginning of summer, I think, because that's how you gather, what's the word for gathering? Harvest, there we go. That's how you harvest fur and use it to make like blankets and stuff and clothing. You don't have to kill the animal to harvest. You don't need the whole fur. You don't need the skin of the animal. You can shave off the fur and use it in this manner. And look at this Kashmir shawl. Wow. India is a country that really loves its ornamentalism. Look at this. Kashmir. Thank you, goats. Well, I should look into this design as well. I don't know if I've seen it in Indian clothing, but I know it on the do-rag. And it might have its origins within India. Afghanistan is ranked 3rd. China and Mongolia are the 2 leading producers. Mongolia, mountainous country. China has mountainous regions as well. They have a lot of these animals there. Maybe they have them as farm animals as well. This is gathering of goat fur. Some yarns of clothing marketed as containing cashmere have been found to contain little to no cashmere fiber, so stringent testing has been requested to make sure items are fairly represented. You gotta love false advertising. Poor land management and overgrazing to increase production of valuable fiber has resulted in the decimation and transformation of grasslands into deserts in Asia, increasing local temperatures, causing air pollution, which has traveled as far as Canada and the United States. And we all know that China had a really bad time last summer. They've had so many droughts, rivers going dry, aside from the fact that they're diverting rivers for industrial production, cutting off rivers that go into the neighboring countries down the stream. We got back to the ecological disasters. As much as you tried running from it, shawl makers in Kashmir. Nice. Kashmir goat. Type of wool. Nice. These are measurements for the diameter of the fiber. Wow. Tush, 10 and 12 micrometers. Pashmina, 12 to 16. That's the other goat. Kashmir, 12 to 21. Merino wool. We have all these designs here. They evolved to middle-class popularity through generic cashmere products rather than high-grade pashmina. And rafal, shawls woven in the Kashmiri style but using thicker merino wool. False advertising. Maybe they called the design cashmere, but I would say that it's false advertising. It implies that it uses cashmere, the fabric, not only the regional source. The Kashmir goat is a type of goat that produces cashmere wool. The goat's fine, soft, downy winter undercoat. Also, it's very productive, this goat. It has a lot of fur or wool. Weird as well. Very similar to the type of fur that you see on a sheep. It's like really thick. I've touched these animals. The texture is a little rough. You can squeeze it. The strands of the hairs are hard, as opposed to typical goat hair, which is really smooth, almost like furry dog hair. All these different types of cashmere producing breeds. Australian, China, Tibet, Mongolia. A typical adult doe, female, of various mammals, produces 184 grams of down at 15.7 micrometers diameter. There's this common joke here. 2 tons of wool. It's really a lightweight material. Fur is usually puffy, so that it could create insulation for the cold temperatures. So it takes up a lot of space. So how many trucks are you going to need for 2 tons of wool? Tibetan Plateau. Now sources, okay, gathering, shearing, types of fiber, raw, processed, virgin, recycled. Mongolia, Nepal, and Kashmir for thousands of years. Known as Pasham, Persian for wool, or Pashmina. Persian Urdu word for derived from Pasham for its use in the handmade shawls of Kashmir. Woolen shawls appear in texts surviving from the 3rd century BC. Northernmost geographical region of the Indian subcontinent. Till the mid-19th century, the term Kashmir denoted only the Kashmir Valley between the Great Himalayas and the Pir Panjal Range. Today, the term encompasses a larger area that includes the India-administered territories Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh, the Pakistan-administered territories of Azad Kashmir and Gilit-Baltistan, and the Chinese-administered territories of Aksai Chin and the Trans-Karakoram Tract. Administered by China, never under control of Pakistan. Pakistan recognized Chinese sovereignty over China recognized Pakistani sovereignty. The international border between China and Pakistan. The entire Kashmir region is claimed by India. Course. They have their concerns with India, and there has been a lot of steam there as well. Hopefully we don't see any more wars arise during our time. Aside from all the wars in the Arab and the African worlds, Russia, Armenian, Azerbaijani conflict, and now the Palestinian thing, we don't need any of this. Look at all the serious concerns we have with the way that we should interact with the world, and instead of dealing with that, they're sending people to go kill each other. We've fought enough wars till present day. Every single nation and people should be able to intellectually and intelligently decide among each other whatever disputes they have without having to escalate to violence. What does violence achieve? It just results in violence. We're not going to solve the world's problems, but at least we could try. The word Kashmir is thought to have been derived from Sanskrit and was referred to Kashmira. A popular local etymology of Kashmira is that it is land desiccated from water, dried, so dry land. Alternative etymology derives the name of the Vedic sage Kashyapa. It's probably connected, but maybe this was derived from Kashmira, who is believed to have settled people in this land. Accordingly, Kashmir would be derived from Kashyapa Mir, Kashyapa Lake, or Kashyapa Mir, Kashyapa's mountain. There's logic there as well. The word has been referenced to in a Hindi scripture mantra worshipping the Hindu goddess Sharada, and is mentioned to have resided in the land of Kashmira, which might have been reference to Sharada Peth, ruined Hindu temple. Kasperia, earliest text 5th century BC. This is endless.